Debbie, this is Calvin calling. We're getting ready to convene our special meeting.
All right. Good evening, everyone. We'd like to reconvene and call the special meeting to order. And I'd like to ask Ms. Martin to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. This is a special meeting of the Kent School District Board, which is held in public to comply with the Open Public Meetings Act. And at this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Watts if there are any changes to our agenda.
Yes, yes. President Megadal, members of the board, Ms. Holly, community, please note that the Clark-Nuber revised scope of work has been removed from the agenda.
All right, thank you. Now I'd like to ask a board member to make a motion to approve the change to the agenda, please.
Move that we approve the changes to the agenda to remove the item specified.
Is there a second? Okay.
Second.
All right, thank you. Motion has been made and seconded to remove the Clark-Nuber revised scope of work. Are there any questions or discussions? I guess I will add that this information was placed a day before, and I didn't have quite a lot of opportunity to go through it carefully. Or a couple of changes I want to suggest, and it didn't come directly to the board, so that was a concern of mine. Mm-hmm. So I requested that we pull that and have opportunity to discuss that at our next meeting. Any other comments?
No, that sounds good. I say thank you. I know that we didn't have any action items specifically on the topic, but yes, I appreciate additional time to look at it. I said I hadn't been able to look at the line by line to see if all the changes that we suggested were made yet, and so I'll be able to do that by the next time we talk.
Great. All right, thank you. All right, calling for a vote. All those in favor say aye and raise your right hand. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no and raise your right hand. All right, motion passes. We are moving to consent agenda, and I'd like to ask the board if you'd like to pull an agenda item for discussion, please.
2.01 personnel report, please.
Okay. All right. Debbie, anything?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm good with the rest. So I would like to ask the board, let's see, sorry, to make a motion to approve the consent agenda minus 2.01, please.
Move to approve the consent agenda minus 2.01.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. Any discussions or questions?
I previously had some questions. I know that those have been answered, so thank you to Danelle for answering those questions regarding just the history of some of these vendors that I hadn't seen before, but they are established. We had been using them, and they're in line with previous things that we've seen before.
Yes, too appreciated the conversation surrounding the Gates grant and the inclusive education. Thank you for that. So I will now ask, do you have comments? What's that? Okay, calling for a vote. All those in favor of consent agenda minus 2.01, say aye, and raise your right hand.
Aye.
All those opposed say no, and raise your right hand. All right, motion passes. Going to 2.01, Ross, please.
Just to be clear, because there was no item stated in there, we have a personnel report here us at the dais. Is this the content of what we're approving? And then the next question would be, when would this be available on BoardDocs?
Yes, this is the content of what you're approving, what you have in front of you. We make it available the very next day, and the reason for that is to make sure that we have opportunity to communicate with those directly impacted, particularly with appointments of school-based or district-based leadership positions. As soon as we've had the opportunity to communicate that information to those most closely impacted, then we post it and we do that within 24 hours of the board meeting.
Thank you.
Right.
That was all.
All right. Hearing no other discussions, comments, all those in favor of approving 2.01?
Well, I'll make the motion first. I move that
Okay.
we approve 2.01 personnel report.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. Any other discussions? No. All right. Then all those in favor of 2.01, please raise your right hand and say yes. Aye. Sorry. All those opposed say no and raise your right hand. All right, motion passes. I do want to state for the audience that the decision to have this meeting on a Tuesday was mainly because we had another item earlier, an exempt session, and we wanted to make sure, in the interest of efficiency, to have the board members here that could do it today. So it was not intended to conceal anything. All right. Let's see, are there anything else we need to discuss? I think everything is done. So I think we are adjourned. Unless there are no other comments or questions. All right, thank you. We're adjourned. All right. Okay.